Yeah, my skin is breaking out, my hair is not completely dried up, and my cat is crunching her croquets. Excellent time to film a pick a card reading for you guys. Happy new moon in Gemini crew. Let's see what this pick a card reading has to bring you. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm super happy to have you here with me today for another pick a card reading. This one is going to be on a topic of, should you wait for your person to do something and move this connection forward, or should you detach from them and try to find your romantic luck with somebody else? So this applies for a variety of situations. Maybe you were in a long-term connection and things are becoming a little bit stale between the two of you. You're doubting, you're wondering. In other cases, this could be a recent crush, a situationship, and you don't know what to do to move this connection forward. So I'm here to provide you with clarity regarding this specific question today. Take the reading and apply it to your circumstances as you see fit. Always trust your intuition and insight, okay? So I have here for you a choice of 3 different crystals. For group 1, I have here a Botswana Agate. This is the stone of healing. For group 2, I have here Rhodochrosite, the stone of love. And for group 3, I have here a tiger's eye, the stone of courage. You know, crystals and stones, they can be used interchangeable. So take a moment now to look at these 3 options. I can help you a little bit by maybe zooming in on them. There we go. If you have made a choice, I hope you are choosing with your heart, with your gut, rather than with your eyes, although the stones are very pretty. I already pre-shuffled the tarot and oracle cards here in front of you, so we can just dive straight into the message and not waste any time. All of the decks that I'm using here today were kindly gifted to my channel by other crew members, and I love how you guys, through your generosity, you're not only supporting my work, but you're also helping me give back to the community, so I am deeply grateful and amazed by your kind hearts. Also, if you would like to get any of these decks for yourself, I always link them down below. It's an Amazon affiliate link, so I also earn a very small commission when you click on that specific link provided there. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful comments on Instagram, on TikTok. You may follow me there. Thank you so much for the support I'm receiving for my personal readings. You guys have really been making my day, my whole life, basically. And I am incredibly grateful for the fact that I'm reading for such a kind-hearted and beautiful spiritual community. Okay, all this being said, let's dive straight into it. Let's find out, should you detach or should you wait? Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Botswana Agate, a very healing stone. So let's find out, should you wait for this person to do something or should you just detach? These are the cards that you got. We have the 3 of Coins, excitement. We have the Magician, the card of skill. We have the Queen of Cups, empathy. We have the Bully. The light attributes are, highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Ooh. Okay, we have submission, obsequium. We have the Spirit of Love. And we have regrets. And I see here either the head of a battle ram or that of a mountain goat, so Capricorn or Aries. These are 2 very strong but rather stern energies. I'm very tempted to say that you could be in a connection that might have recently took a turn for a very toxic situation. I feel that there is love, there is affection, there is understanding. We have here empathy and the Spirit of Love. But I cannot actually help myself from noticing some pretty dark energy surrounding that love and that affection. Because we have the Bully card, we have the Regrets card, and we have the Submission card. It's almost like the individual that you are currently involved with wants to control you to the point where they are walking over the fulfillment of some of your basic needs. I see here that there was an initial physical excitement. There could have been a lot of lust between the two of you. I feel that you both craved one another pretty badly. And you might have started this connection believing that it is something that you can pour your whole heart into it. If you are a woman, I see you as a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, where this might just be the energy of the one that identifies as feminine out of the two of you. So I feel that one of you really wants to flood the other one with emotions, care. There's even an energy of wanting to mommy the other person, right? Wanting to nurture them emotionally, physically, with your body, in many different ways. However, I feel like the other person could be taking more than they are giving. And I feel that this person could also bring up to the surface certain aspects that you might not want to deal with in your own personality. I feel that you've chosen this partner on a soul level, and they manifested in your life in order to help you get more in touch with those aspects of yourself you don't really want to take into account. It's almost as if sometimes we tend to think of ourselves as not being controlling people, and there might be some latent controlling energy inside of us, which manifests in us attracting a very controlling partner. So that which is disavowed from inside of you becomes manifest in a relationship with a person that has those very characteristics. You could be saying to yourself, oh no, I'm not selfish, I'm not greedy, I'm not controlling. And life brings up an individual that you crush on, and this person has exactly these characteristics. They are greedy, and they are controlling, and they're selfish. So that you see certain sides of yourself manifested into them. You see them as a mirror. When you look at that person, you also see some negative aspects of yourself that you need to embrace and accept ultimately, because we all can be selfish, greedy, and controlling. And knowing or saying to yourself that you never have these characteristics is kind of like parceling yourself and separating yourself from your humanity. So I see here that in the situation, the answer is not very forthcoming. I feel that it has to do a lot with some of the things that you guys got entangled with. There could be some complications here regarding money. Maybe you guys started off as friends. You met through work potentially, because we have coins energy here, and this is financial, material energy. Maybe it was a collaboration and you guys hit it off really well, and now there could be some financial aspects that are binding you to this person. One of you is clearly regretting what they have done in this connection, and the way that this connection has I'm kind of feeling this energy. I can't shake it off. It's almost as if one of you is feeling as if they want to control the other one because maybe the other one is a little bit more successful. And recently this could have happened. One of you got validated at work or in your profession, and the other one suffers from an inferiority complex, and they react not by acknowledging that complex, but by trying to put the other person into submission. The more powerful one is the one that is being bullied at the moment. And I kind of feel that this is you, my viewer. So I feel that there could be some tensions in this connection. However, there are also some darker energies, like a dark undercurrent that is floating. As you can see in this image, it's a boat on a river, and it's kind of like a dark undercurrent that is holding this boat in which you both find yourself. So initial excitement turned to love from your part, and turned into a desire for your partner to control you, to maybe take you down a notch, to maybe want to dominate you, to impose certain rules and limits and regulations on you, to make you feel submissive to them. Submission also means, in this energy, kind of a need to let this go. A need to just detach yourself from these things that have bound you. And I think here, this has something to do with your confidence in your skills. How willing are you to start pursuing your own financial gain by employing your skills and thereby slowly detaching yourself from this individual that is acting with you like a bully? I'm also picking up that there could be some sort of domestic violence here. I need to mention it, okay? I see here a very giving, very loving individual, beautiful inside and out, but a person whose cups she needs to fill herself. And I see here a pattern that keeps repeating. You see the lemniscate, the sign of power and infinity. It could also talk about a never-ending story, a pattern that keeps reappearing and reappearing. Much like you see here the Three of Coins, right? Things going round and round in cycles of 3. Maybe you guys met 3 months ago. Maybe this is something that keeps repeating itself season after season. Yeah. So big difficulty. I feel that in conclusion, Spirit is advising that you let this go, that you detach. This is not something that you should wait on. I feel like it's not in your benefit to keep continuing this connection. So please take good care of your heart. Let me know if this resonated, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Ciao. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who are drawn to the Rhodochrosite, the stone of love, the crystal of love. So let's see, should you wait for your person to do something about your connection, or should you emotionally detach? Let's find out. We have here karmic relationship. We start off very strong. We have the angel, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. We have militarium, strategy. I see here a little mouse, a cat and mouse game. We have the hunter of abundance. We have the Eight of Swords, anxiety. Oof. We have the hermit, solitude. And the final card, heartbreak, Three of Swords. Wow, what happened here? Wow, that was such a big argument. You might have blocked each other. I feel like it was a really, really big fallout. Either one of you retreated completely from the dating game, from love, gave up on everything after this argument, or the argument was because you were trying to pull this person out of their shell to go out and do stuff with you, to move your romantic attachment further. I feel like you're dealing here with an individual that tends to prioritize hard work or the research or other financial and material pursuits over love. Yeah, we're dealing here also potentially with some Virgo energy. Maybe you are Virgo. I am most tempted to say that they could be Virgo, or they have Virgo traits, a Virgo ascendant, Virgo south node. An individual that might have pushed you away because they were afraid. They were afraid to put emotional energy into this connection. They might not know what emotions are for or how to deal with them. One of you could have found out about some sort of a three-party involvement. The Three of Swords is always the card of I'm being lied to, you're hiding somebody else. There are 3 people here arguing. 3 swords in the chest. But I feel like you keep finding yourself coming back to this person, wanting to reconnect, wanting to establish a bridge between the two of you with them. So it feels almost as if there could be arguments followed by one of you apologizes, usually the stronger one, followed by an argument again. So periods of peace followed by periods of conflict, so on and so forth. I feel that Spirit is encouraging you to be really strategic about this connection with your person, to actually sit and think very clearly, what is it you want? I feel like most of you have allowed yourselves to be carried into this connection and you're kind of trying to go with the flow. But it's not working like this. I feel like you need to use your mind to truly start taking control of this situation, to get into this role of, I know where I want this connection to go. I am the emotional and spiritual leader of the situation. Hunter of abundance and angel tells me that there is a lot of high regard going on between the two of you. You both could respect each other's work or just each other's energies, but I feel like one of you is trying to push this connection into becoming something romantic, and the other one is just backing away every time. Whenever feelings, romance, and even sexuality to some extent pops up into the conversation, one of you pushes, the other one pulls away, pulls back. Should you detach or wait? I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to up your game a little bit, but to think very rationally about this emotional connection. I know, it sounds weird, but this is not a situation in which you should follow your emotions. I feel like you can win this person over with reason, with arguments, initially. And then you can allow the floodgates of your heart to break open. But it looks almost as if there needs to be some sort of verbal negotiations, verbal expressions. It's almost like you guys are being pushed into this connection to resolve your karma through how you communicate. And without you actually finding a way in which you can communicate without hurting one another, without childishly pulling out of the conversation when you hear something you don't want to hear. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is saying, if you want this situation, you need to develop a better way of communicating. And I don't think it's just you, I think it's the other person as well. And you're going to be tested time and time again in this situation. It could be that your person has Saturn in the 3rd house, conjunct your Venus, maybe in the 9th house. 3rd house energy is very prominent. One of you could have Pluto transiting through the 3rd house at the moment, touching upon the other person's Venus or Moon. So very, very strong energy related to the mind, related to negativity and the way in which you speak. Trying to cleanse that negativity from your speech, from your thoughts. Because it could be that your heart is really into this with the angel, right? It's like you feel very happy when you hear about this person or when you want to talk to them, but at the same time, it's kind of like you end up saying the opposite of that, or your person ends up saying that. It's like, I really love you, but I'm going to say, walk away from me, right? So needing to come to this situation with a lot of understanding, forgiveness, and patience. Being very mindful what kind of text messages or emails you send to this person, what you say in your chat app. And also when this person communicates something to you, try not to retaliate very quickly. Like, give it some time, think things through. I feel that in this case, you need to have kind of like the will of a commander. One of you is being tested at the moment to step into this role of a leader. And I think that's you. And the biggest enemy in this connection is fear. Not believing the other person, not trusting them. They're saying something to you and you think, no, this is not the truth. But what will happen if you actually accept what they're saying? I also feel that it's because some sort of past pain is emerging. One of you is incredibly triggered by what the other one says, because they are using an old relationship and projecting some energy from that old relationship to judge the current situation. There is a need here for you guys to kind of come clean about this. But I also feel that if here you found out, this is just for a small subgroup of you, if you found out that this person cheated on you, or you might not know, and you're here finding this out now because the 8 of Swords is the card of not seeing the heartbreak, not seeing that you're part of a 3-party connection, then leave it to your better angels to extract you from this situation. And you are advised to just seek your abundance. For the other ones that resonated that portion about the communication, I feel that it's important to regroup your energy and try at this again by having a strategy. Now I will know what I will tell you. Write things out beforehand rather than just quickly responding to text messages or calling them. Maybe write a letter to yourself, trying to clarify what you want from this person, and then form a text message, and then form an email and send it to this individual. It's really, really important that you guys control your mind, control your thoughts, in order for this situation to have a certain amount of success. There could be a lot of other interactions around you guys that are disrupting your peace of mind. There could be some low vibrational energies. I'm kind of feeling out of breath, like I'm holding my breath. One of you suffers from some deep anxiety. Yeah, they could be having panic attacks. One of you feels very fearful when they don't receive any messages from this person of interest, and the other one feels very fearful when emotion starts to overwhelm the conversation. One of you prefers a very commonsensical, simple, clean way of communicating, and the other one wants to receive messages, wants to hear what this person is doing. And when these two things are not being fulfilled, there is this kind of negative energy that comes out, which pollutes the light and the beauty of your situation. But these are triggers that stem from previous connections in your life, your childhood, your connection with your parents, your environment. And I feel like a broken heart. One of you has a pretty broken heart. It might not be a broken heart because of another romantic connection. It could be that one of your parents broke your heart and you find it very hard to trust other people, or you find it very difficult to notice when somebody's lying to you. So you're constantly kind of asking yourself, is this person saying the truth or not? Am I falling back into that pattern of just believing everything another person says? There is love here, there is potential. I kind of feel like it's interesting because you chose the Rhodochrosite and group 1 chose the healing stones, but I feel like the Botswana Agate, but I kind of feel like they could be switched. Like the Rhodochrosite could be for group 1 because there was a lot of love there, although we noticed a couple of nasty behaviors there as well. But here, I mean, I would say there are 2 energy strands that are forming. For a very small group of you, you don't know that this person is talking to somebody else, entertaining a third-party connection, and them hurting you with that third-party connection is some sort of karma that you guys are resolving. And you're asked to seek your freedom someplace else because you truly are an angel, okay? You are a wonderful person, and no matter how other people treat you, even if you do your best, that is not a reflection of who you are as a human being, or that there is something wrong with you. And for the other subgroup, you need to really focus on your communication. This connection is a gift from a past life that is teaching you how to be a bit more analytical, a bit more rational in the conversations that you have with a romantic partner. This is kind of like a moment of maturing your communications, of choosing differently, of doing things in a slightly different manner than you were behaving with people before, through the way in which you speak and you think. So if you think this is never going to work out, flip that thought and say, this is going to work out because I wanted it to work out. If you're writing something in anger and you're like, oh, how can you say this to me? Take a step back, put the phone down, go make yourself a cup of coffee or tea, come back and write down, I am hurt because of what you have said. Could we please find a way to talk to each other without harming one another every time? So not ego, but self, right? Soul, rather than just this mind frame of angry retaliation. I'm gonna hurt this other person because they said something and they hurt me. This is what I have for you, group 2. I feel like you should wait. And while you're waiting, you're doing this really intense communicative work. I hope this helped. I hope this brought some clarity. Thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Ciao. Hey group 3, so this is a reading for those of you that were drawn to the Tiger's Eye crystal. So this is the Stone of Courage. Let's see, should you wait on your person or detach? These are the cards that I have for you. The Scribe, the light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. So you're dealing here with somebody quite studious, maybe somebody you met through your studies. We have here the 8 of Wands, speed. We have the Ace of Wands, new beginning. We have the 2 of Wands, planning. So the energy is really gaining momentum. we have the Journeyer, we have Superbia, Pride, and we also have a spiritual message. Okay, I'm super happy to see slightly better energies, because group 1 and 2 kind of had this heavier energy, and I was feeling a little bit low, thinking that I'm giving you guys a pretty negative reading, but sometimes these things are shown in the cards and we do need to mention them. It's my duty to read you the cards as I see them, not as I would like them to be, just for, you know, likes and subscribes. So I feel that in this connection, you could have met somebody while you were studying, or you went on some sort of conference, on a trip, at some sort of colloquium. Maybe it was something related to academia, university, studying a different language, doing some sort of training, studying for a degree, a specific certificate. And I feel like you met a person that you had a lot of things in common. You share a lot of things with this individual. And you might have started writing to one another. I feel that for some of you that have chosen this group, this could be a long distance connection. You could be either both studying in 2 different parts of the world, or different cities, or it could be that you're from different cultures. I feel that there is a certain competitiveness between you and this person that you also feel romantically drawn towards. And I do feel like this person is more of a dharmic counterpart, almost like a gift. This person appeared into your life to help you grow and expand your knowledge. This is a really positive situation I see here, because I feel that things are going to progress between the 2 of you. You might have manifested this person because you generally feel like you want to press the reset button on your romantic and sexual energy. And for some reason, during your reading, are you drinking something at the moment? Are you thirsty? Because I feel like a lot of saliva is accumulating in my mouth. I'm sorry, maybe that's TMI, but I feel the need to say that. It could be that one of you is salivating after the other one, drooling. It could be that you guys are very good looking. I feel that one of you could be quite athletic, might have muscles, or might like to take good care of themselves, might keep themselves really fit. It could be that one of you works in the sports field. I'm getting here a very strong 9th house energy. Maybe you have a lot of planets, or your person has. And I feel like the energy is going to grow from the Ace of Wands to the 2 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. Very, very strong. I am getting some sound interruptions in your reading. I do apologize for that. I live next door to a very low vibrational person that unfortunately cannot be convinced to lower the music down. So we're just going to have to persevere through this. And I think this is the additional message that you need to hear. Persevere. Okay, so I'm kind of already picking up on the fact that the answer to your question could be, don't detach. Okay, there's so much more to come. The energy could go from we're kind of exchanging some text to this person popping up at your door and kissing you, you know. So there is a very quick, important, intense progression that's going to happen. It might be that the upcoming Venus retrograde in Leo period might make you guys reconsider certain things. If the connection might not be going so seriously up until that point, Venus retrograde could make you guys both reevaluate the connection. And by the end of the retrograde, I feel like one of you is going to make the decision to commit to this. I feel like in this situation, the Journeyer card doesn't only represent traveling one from the other, but it's also like this person is getting you to look deep inside of yourself, to travel within and to understand what is it you really want, what is it you need, how can you actually accept certain things and go with the flow in life, but in other parts, put out your desires out there and your intentions. I actually feel that the message for your situation is quite direct. I feel that what needs to happen more in this connection is, first of all, you guys need to know each other more, ask a lot of questions, acquire knowledge and information from this person. You might need to do this if you guys are collaborating on something, on a study project or for work. I feel you're already doing that, but you need to acquire more personal information from this person. And another thing that needs to happen is that you guys need to become more physical with one another, to go out and do things together. And I see this coming up, yeah? So if you want to have this person, just like in the Franz Ferdinand song, if you guys know the Scottish alternative rock band Franz Ferdinand, they were big in the 2000s. They had a song called Take Me Out. Da, 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 da. Exactly. So it's kind of like you want this person to take you out. You're ordering this person to kind of like come and see you. There's a lot of excitement. That's what I'm picking up on. And I feel the need to scratch like the back of my neck, which usually when people do this, they kind of feel a little bit embarrassed or a little bit ashamed about something. It's like, oh, I kind of did something I shouldn't have done. I don't know exactly what this is connected to, so I'm going to have to pull one more card for you to clarify, group 3. What is the sense of slight embarrassment connected to? Completion. Immediately my mind went to something a little bit more sensual. I think that this person would like to get physical with you, get to know you in between the bed sheets, but they could be a little bit concerned about their completion, if they're able to kind of like finish the act, if you know what I mean. I'm not exactly sure what you guys talked about from that point of view, but I am getting a sense that there's a lot of desire coming towards you in this connection, and it's worth waiting. It's definitely worth waiting, because we have here the World card, which not only talks about traveling one to see the other, it also talks about beginning to feel like it's only you in the world for them, like you mean the world to them, right? And I feel like it's mutual. And I also feel that this with Saturn energy here, because this is a card ruled by the god of time, karma, Saturn. This is a lot about slowly building things together in time with communication, by doing things together like you would normally build a connection. But I think the problem here is also the fact that you guys are quite separate. You're apart, you're living in two different places, and it might be very difficult to have that daily sense of physicality and seeing this person daily. And that could be the big challenge of this connection. I'm also seeing pride here, and I'm not really understanding in what situation could this be connected to, except for the competitiveness that I mentioned earlier. It could be that you both want to be self-made individuals. You both have ambitious goals. You love what you're studying or working towards, and you want to earn a lot of money or become somebody important in your field of interest. And I feel like it's kind of like working together to understand how you could become a power couple. Yeah. Aside from that, knowledge blocked. Could be that this person doesn't want to tell you that they are secretly a little bit envious of you. They could want the same kind of success you are having at the moment. So there might be this obstacle in the path towards you really opening up to them, or they open up to you. I feel it's more like their hang up, because we have the King of Swords here blocked. I mean, this is a low vibrational Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I don't think that this person is all of the time low vibrational, but I think that from time to time they might withhold information or not tell you an important fact, because there is a little bit of professional envy going on between the two of you, okay? One of you maybe is studying to learn a specific language, the other one can already speak it fluently. One of you maybe got a PhD, the other one is still struggling with their PhD thesis. So it could be that there is that problem, right? The power imbalance between the two of you affecting your person's pride. And this is why they might be a little bit difficult to talk to from time to time, because they don't want to admit that I'm interested in you romantically, I really want you, I think you're super intelligent, but at the same time I'm envious. I want to be there too. I want to be important, and I want to complete those things that you have completed. So it's definitely going to be a waiting situation. And I feel like you guys could go through these moments where you might need to challenge one another. You might need to take some distance from each other. It's definitely going to be a journey. But I think that this person is one of your best spiritual teachers in this lifetime. And I think that you're only going to benefit from this connection, even if at times the separation could be frustrating, confronting this person regarding their envy. might be also irritating, and it could be sometimes a little bit painful to do without them because of the distance between the two of you. But I feel that there is a very, very strong desire here, and a need to just keep things moving, you know, keep discovering each other, keep learning about one another, keep finding out innovative ways of communicating with each other. Yeah. This is what I had for you. Maybe your reading was a little bit shorter than the other two because the message was a bit more clear, very direct, very upfront. I think this is what's coming up next in this connection, an upfront message, an upfront action that will be taken by this person. So yours is definitely a wait. Don't detach, okay? It's in your best interest to wait and keep exploring this connection, because I feel that even though there are some issues related to pride, you will be able to solve them together as you guys accomplish each something on your own, and then you start accomplishing things together as a power couple. Yeah, good. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao.